Hi everyone, Rickard from MI6 Sweden. This is my third video and it will be about the second Bond movie, From Russia with Love. I hope that you have enjoyed my previous videos and that you subscribe to my channel here on YouTube, and also give me a thumbs up if you like what you see. After the success of Dr. No, Saltzman and Broccoli started to the next outing in the Bond franchise. The second outing was From Russia with Love, and the reason why they turned to this Fleming novel was a statement from JFK, where he, in an interview, said that one of the best books he ever read was Ian Fleming's From Russia with Love. And with the Cold War raging and the story with a lot of Russian baddies, it was perfect for its time. The budget for the first movie, Dr. No, was $1 million, and now they have doubled the budget for this movie to $2 million. Dr. No took in $60 million worldwide the first year in box office earnings. So now they know if they could do this right, the second one, From Russia with Love, would be a success. Once again, starring, of course, Mr. Sean Connery. And the main villains in this story is Rosa Klebb, a colonel in the Russian army and also a member of Spectre, played by Lotte Lenya, who was a great singer at early age and who had won several awards for her movie performances before this movie. The second villain, or henchman if you like, was Red Grant, played by Robert Shaw. Maybe he's most famous for playing Quint in the Jaws movie in 1975. But this movie kickstarted his movie career. In this movie you will see a lot more of Spectre, the organization that Dr. No said that he was a part of. And for the first time on many, Bond gets equipped with a couple of gadgets from Q Branch. Q had been in Dr. No, giving Bond his Walter PPK, but from this film and on to 1999, and The World Is Not Enough, he would be played by Desmond Llewellyn. The gadgets that Q Branch equips Bond with is an attaché case with a hidden stiletto, gold sovereigns in the lining, and a tear gas trap if someone didn't open the case the right way. Bond also gets the Walter Foldable Rifle, a sniper rifle that you could easily fit in the attaché case. Well, once again I have blabbered all too much, and we will now begin to look at the things that I have in my Bond collection. Starting in this corner is a movie poster, Swedish movie poster, Agent 007 rött. Sean Connery as in another James Bond movie. I like this movie poster, and they also see the gun that he has in a lot of the pictures from this time. I will talk more about this gun later on. If we go over here, I will show you a picture of signed picture of Robert Shaw and Connery fighting in the train in the final scene. Scarce photo. Robert Shaw didn't sign many photos. He would sign papers, but not many photos. So I'm very proud to have that in my collection. Okay, let's go into the dungeon. Once again. Well, here's my From Russia with Love collection cabinet. I think we will start with this car from the beginning of the movie, a Bentley 4.25 liter. Bond has a date with Sylvia Trench at the channel, and the telephone rings, so he gets up and answers. So this car has a car phone in 1963. It's pretty incredible. Mr. Bond himself, a Gilbert doll, or a Gilbert figurine. And here we have a bug detector. Bond uses this when he comes to Russia, and he then noticed that he has a bug in his telephone, so they are listening in on his telephone calls. This is from the final scene of the movie, where Rosa Klebb tries to kick Bond with her poisonous stiletto shoes, and of course I have obtained a similar pair of shoes, almost identical to the ones in the movie, with a stiletto in the front, of course. And here is one of the more famous pictures of Bond from this time and on, with this gun. I told you that I would talk a little bit about the gun further on. This is a pellet gun, a Walter 53. When they got to the shoot, the camera shoot, they had forgotten the guns. So one of the cameramen runs out to his car, and he had his pellet gun in his car, and they do the shoot with this pellet gun, the long barrel gun that you see in many of Connery's photos and a few of Roger Moore's. Okay, moving on. This camera should be a Rolleiflex, but it's not. It's a copy, but it's almost exactly like the ones Bond uses in the movie. This is the one Bond uses in the movie, and this is my camera. The camera in the movie had a tape recorder in it, and this is the photo that Daniela Bianchi sends to London to get Bond to come. Bond takes the picture and puts it in his inner pocket, and when he leaves, M tells Moneypenny to tell Bond that he should leave the photo, and he takes a pen and writes this: "From Russia with love" on the photo. Nice photo. Nice lady. Okay, Desmond Llewellyn. This suit isn't from this movie. This suit is from The Spy Who Loved Me, but the gadgets that came with this sideshow doll was from this movie, and that's why he now lives in this cabinet. Here is the attaché case with, if you look here, you can see a talc powder flask, and that is the tear gas trap. If you don't turn these the right way, this will explode in your face. And here you have gold sovereigns, and it also came with a stiletto knife. This is the foldable rifle. It's quite interesting. I have built this one together, but you can take it apart and it all fits in this stock. Okay, moving on to the next shelf. The Plymouth Savoy. Karen Bay's son picks Bond up in this car. And there you have the Citroën that the hitman that follows Bond drives. Once again, this is a Corgi icon. And this is, of course, Mr. Q handing over the attaché case, and that's a bigger car, and that's a bigger Citroën, same color as the one used in the movie and the same year. This is the flower truck that Bond hijacks in the end of the movie, the Chevrolet Apache C30. And this is an interesting piece. This is Red Grant's signature weapon, the Mauser Scene 9.6. It can be fired like a machine gun, or it could be put on single shot. It's an old weapon used in the Second, and I think even in the First World War, by the Germans. This one is all metal and has movable parts. Now I will take you over to the price and joy of my collection. If you are a Bond collector, one of the things that you should obtain is, of course, the Bond attaché case. These were made from a toy company in the 60s, and it has the locks. If you don't turn the locks the right way, okay, nothing will explode in your face, but you can't open the case. That's interesting. If you look this way, and I pull this one out carefully, I have the knife, the throwing knife for the stiletto that Bond uses in the movie. They have made it the same. This one is marked 007, of course. Yes, on both sides. And it slides in there. Okay. Then we will open the case like this. And this is the foldable rifle, the toy way, if you like. You have the barrel, you have the scope, you have an ordinary gun that you fit this on, and the silencer, and this will create a rifle. You also have a Codomatic where you if you move this lever, the letters will change from this window to this window. So you write something, and then when you put it in, it's Galimatias. From the start, you put it in the Codomatic, you get what it says if you write these letters down instead of these. And a code book, of course, Secret Agent 007 code book. This one has, even its papers, some use, but papers, and some shots. This case has a gadget or thing that the original case didn't have, that would have been great in the movie. If you look down here, it has a shooting mechanism. You can fire it. You fire it by pressing a button here. If you press this button, the attaché case fires shots from this side. So this is my pride and joy, my attaché case from Russia with love. Next time we will go over and look on my, maybe one of my biggest collections of things from maybe also the biggest movie of the 60s, Goldfinger, where Bond frenzy really started. Well, I hope you have enjoyed this time, and now signing off from MI6 Sweden. This is Richard and Mr. Craig. Bye.